Now, food insecurity is a major concern all over the country, including here at home. 19% of East Texans are facing hunger, and one woman in particular has seen both sides of the struggle. Our Shondell Maniz shares her story of loss and redemption.
In the year 2020, my family suffered, I guess what you want to call a tsunami of events.
For Kilgore resident Melissa Stark, the first wave of the tsunami hit in February 2020 when her husband Daniel had a major stroke. He also had cancer.
It was really hard, but I was able to be there every minute.
The next waves came quickly, with the treatments, the hospital closing down around them during the pandemic, and also the simple pleasure that came from the place she least expected, the East Texas Food Bank.
And it just so happened that the radio had an advertisement about the food bank, and so he couldn't really speak. But he pointed to the radio, and I was like, "You want to do that?" And he said, "Yeah."
They visited the food bank twice after Daniel's treatments before heading back home. Melissa didn't know it then, but this place would soon become her security.
I never thought I would have to be looking for food. You know, I've always had a job, always.
You heard Melissa yourself. Before the pandemic, she didn't have to use a food bank, and she is far from being the only one. The CEO of East Texas Food Bank, Dennis Cullinane, explains that there are people with nice cars and who seem to be living luxurious lifestyles, but even they need help.
There's an extraordinary number of people that are, one crisis away from, being in some serious trouble as far as being able to provide meals for their families.
1 in 5 East Texans are going hungry right now, which amounts to almost 240,000 people. The food bank saw her through waves of job loss.
My husband was in the hospital because he had a reaction to his chemotherapy, and while we were there, someone came to ask me if I had paid my insurance for the month. And I said, no, his job pays his insurance. And they told me that he didn't have a job anymore.
So you were blindsided.
Yeah. Sorry.
Take your time. What are you thinking right now?
It's just so much happened.
The final waves hit when she lost her mother Yolanda to cancer in October, and then when she lost her husband just 3 weeks later.
No cry. Ready?
No woman go cry.
Daniel Stark, the outgoing family man, fought a hard fight.
You wouldn't did 2 tears.
He leaves behind a family and wife with a renewed purpose to serve the hungry as an administrator for the East Texas Food Bank.
I hope I made my mom and my husband proud.
We've got you covered, East Texas. Shondell Maniz, CBS 19.
Now, hunger definitely doesn't discriminate. So if you are in need of food, the East Texas Food Bank will be having a huge distribution this Saturday as well as next Tuesday. You can visit the easttexasfoodbank.org to find more information.